Welcome to Camaraderie. Actually, wait, let me turn the radio down so I don't get copyright claims. Alright. Welcome to Camaraderie, a channel where inspiration can be kind of hard to come by sometimes. I don't know how this sounds because my AC's on, but it's really hot. But anyways, today's episode is sponsored by socialism. Sort of. I mean, because libraries are kind of socialist, if you think about it. I don't. Sometimes I'm lacking in inspiration for photography, and I really like photo books, but they're expensive. But then I remembered libraries exist, so I am down here at the Richmond, Maine branch to see if we can find some inspiration for free. Publicly funded for free, you know. So interesting. All this free. It's just amazing. What is this? 7 books? Something like that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I can count. Might help if I could read. Yeah, that should keep me busy for a little while. If I'm not inspired after this, well, I've probably got other problems. I'm sure I won't read all of these front to back, but definitely going to skim through them all. At the very least, I've actually read the Winogrand one before, and dude, his photographs are amazing. So, yeah, let's go back home and take a quick gander through some of these. So let's take a little bit of a look. First up, we've got Camera and Lens: The Creative Approach by Ansel Adams. I hope things aren't shaking around too much, trying out a new top-down setup. Whatever. Bear with me. Let's see. This looks... Ooh, okay. So this looks pretty much like a... Let's see. Book 1, blah, blah, blah. Many essential facts, not only related to camera, lens, accessories, laboratory, and laboratory equipment, but to the creative and functional concepts of photography. Cool. Okay, I think this kind of sums it up. Ansel Adams believes that it is impossible to separate the various aspects of photographic technique and that the craft of photography must be grasped as a whole experience if visualization is to be adequately realized. Ooh, semantic clarifications. I like it. Oh, there's some okay, so it looks like this is kind of a mix of technique and philosophy and approach and ideals and all that kind of stuff. Just general photography stuff. I like that. It's always good to be able to learn from the masters if you can. And books are a great way to do that. I really like just some of these phrases already, like the arrow of time. Hey, pictorial versus straight. If you've seen my video on that very subject, you should have an idea of what that is all about. The inception of a photograph. Okay, so it goes through like his zone system. Okay, yeah, camera accessories, different types of cameras, long focus, filters, polarizers, comments on color photography, orientation. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of good stuff. Oh, he even goes into like some darkroom stuff. Yeah, structural consideration. Of course, a lot of this is probably going to be mostly for large format photography, because I mean that's pretty much what Ansel did most of the time. But yeah, no, I think this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a little bit. Ooh, that's a nice portrait. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a little bit more of a dive into this at some point. Next up, we've got Eva Arnold, Film Journal. I don't know who Eva, I'm just, not saying that right. Eve Arnold, Film Journal. I don't know if I've ever heard of her, but that's one of the reasons why I picked it up. Just to, broaden my horizons and see and hear from photographers, that I don't really know about, or subject matters that I'm not too familiar with. Film Journal, let's see. Throughout her career, Eve Arnold alternated between serious documentary photography and working behind the scenes on numerous films. Tight. Okay, so this is probably like actually a film journal in multiple senses of the word. Let's see, we got Marilyn Monroe combing her pubic hair during an interview. That's fun. Yeah, a collection of famous film stills along with the notes and impressions made by Arnold during the shoot. It's literally what it says on the cover, a film journal. That's pretty tight. I like that kind of stuff where it goes through people's like processes and the situations behind the camera, so to speak, behind the lens, the context of everything, because I don't know, I think that's one of the most interesting things about photography is that you only ever see what's actually in the frame, and it's a peek into a world that you can never fully understand, I think. I don't know, that's cool. Clark Gable, man, what a hunk. Oh, these are excellent close-ups. Oh man, just look at the depth of field, just that perfect little slice. Eve Arnold, where have you been all my life? Andy Warhol. Yeah, I love this kind of stuff. I'm a huge sucker for behind the scenes stuff of movies. I don't know, I've just been fascinated with that side of filmmaking since I saw the Lord of the Rings extra content, like special edition 4 DVD box sets back in the day. I still watch them regularly just because it's fascinating to see how movies are made and the stories of how it all came together, and it's just a fascinating process, and that was actually why I went to film school. But yeah, just seeing this is fantastic. Just got some like mannequins and the actors all in a dog pile probably in a desert. Good stuff. So yeah, not really technique or philosophy or approach or anything kind of book, but more of just a literal film journal, and that's tight. And this, let's see, we got the World Atlas of Street Photography. This is a fantastic photo to start it off with. Wow, I love that. Who's this by? Jackie Higgins. The World Atlas of Street Photography will take you on a kaleidoscopic adventure across the world's continents, city by city, in search of the best urban photographic art. I'm so in literally all of the continents except for Antarctica. There's probably not much going on for street photography down there, so let's see. Okay, so so it goes over some of the work of several different authors, artists. Yeah, we got Joel Meyerowitz. Obviously, his work in New York has been fantastic. Just skimming through some of this, I don't recognize a lot of the names, but that is great for me because, like I said, a lot of times I'll just get some of these books because I'm looking for inspiration in places that I haven't found it yet. So just broadening my horizons of people's works and seeing cities that I haven't seen before and just diving into. Oh, that's great. I love that. This is great. Look at all. Oh, I love this kind of picture because you have a million different eye lines, and especially with all these different people taking pictures of just everything. I don't know. I feel like this is like the sensory overload is almost like palpable just from seeing this picture in New York City. Because like everybody's looking every which way, and yeah, that's the tendency, at least for me, whenever I go to a new city, but especially like a big city, just looking every which way and wanting to take way too many pictures. I don't know, I love that. All right, Funch. Looks like he's working mostly in like panoramic. I don't know what kind of camera he's using, but certainly like panoramic crops, if nothing else. Oh, this is great. These portraits kind of remind me of Richard Avedon's work, especially this one. That looks like an Avedon portrait just in color. That's fantastic. Katie Grannon. I wish I could be a portrait photographer. Like, I guess I could, but dude, the way that some people are able to just get their I don't know whether they're trying to say something about themselves or the person that they're photographing, just, oh man, the way that they can get it across. Like, I'm jealous of portrait photographers who can actually do that. Oh, these are, oh my God. Yeah, this is, that's wonderful. Looks like they got like a little bit about little blurbs from each photographer featured. Dude, I gotta go to Tokyo, man. It looks so cool. Martin Parr, nice. Love me some good Martin Parr. So, the World Atlas of Street Photography. Pretty much exactly what it sounds like, but I'm gonna take more time with all of these books, but especially this one, just because, like, I don't know. There's so many different ways of doing street photography, and I think this is gonna come in handy. Might give me a few ideas. Next up, we've got W. Eugene Smith and the Photographic Essay. For those of y'all who don't know, W. Eugene Smith he pretty much made the Photographic Essay. If he wasn't the first one to do it, he really, like, I wouldn't say perfected it, but he's just one of the pioneers of the genre, and yeah, his work is excellent. And I really like his work because a lot of it, I mean, they're photographic essays. They're not just like one-offs. These are stories that he did and, assignments that he had. Okay, so it goes through a little bit of the history of photographic essays and how we got to where we got to. But yeah, so the thing I love about photographic essays is that they're not just, one picture standing alone, and it is more than just like, a diptych or a triptych or whatever, where you have like 2 or 3 photos in a series that, make up the entire piece of work. But like the photographic essay, you get not only the photographs, but you also get the essay part of it through the amount of photographs, and also through the essays. Like, you actually get the context. It's not just a moment frozen in time and taken just on its own, you know, you get an understanding of the full story. But seeing a photographer's contact sheets gives a lot of insight, because especially after they've like marked them up, because then you can kind of like walk through their thought process while they were shooting, and then in the editing phase you can see like why they're picking out which ones that they picked out. Cool. W. Eugene Smith, man. Looks like we got a little bit more street photography to go through with New York, capital of photography. Yeah, New York, you know, that's one of the places that you go for photography, man. Like, the photography scene there is ridiculous, but that's just because there's so much muchness that goes on there that, like, you know, no matter the scene that you're into, whether it's news reportage or fashion or sports, you know, I think I already said music, but like acting, like business. Yeah, there's just so much that goes on there that it's like, I feel like it's a cheat code to be a photographer in New York City. But oh man, oh, look at this. This is fantastic. Noon rush hour on Fifth Avenue, 1949. Cafe Society. Look at just the mood in this one. Like, you can almost smell the cigarette smoke. That's just fantastic. Oh, yes, and the obscured person. It's all just, oh, I love this kind of stuff, because not only are these like little moments captured in time, some of them are posed, some of them are spontaneous, but like, I don't know, man. Oh, this is great too. Dude, there's so much good work in here. Apparently there's some Gordon Parks work in there. Excellent, excellent. Mel Rosenthal as well. Edward Steichen, of course. Nice. New York, capital of photography. Let's go. I really like this one. Second to last, we got some Gary Winogrand on the menu. Like I said before, I've actually read through, this is the second time I've checked this book out from that library, but I just had to get it again, because it's, Gary Winogrand, I think, is one of the best to ever do it. Maybe not the best person, but he's one of the best photographers for sure. And I just, yeah, the first part of this book is basically like a mini biography of Gary Winogrand, and you know, it goes through his whole career and why he shot what he shot, and like, dude, there's just some phenomenal. He's another one who really had a sense for street portraiture, I would say. Like, a lot of it's, you know, it's street photography, but like, they have some of these that just have like the care put into them that you would put into portraiture, rather than just, you know, going on the street and snapping away. A lot of this stuff, it's hard for me to put into words because, well, one, I'm unscripted right now. Also, a lot of this stuff, it's something that you have to see and feel, and it's hard to put that into words just off the cuff. So just all these moments in time, man. If you don't know much about Gary Winogrand, look him up. His work is fantastic. Last but not least, we've got Irving Penn. All right, Mr. Contrast. All right, Mr. Contrast. All right, Mr. Contrast. Oh, Truman Capote. I was like, is that Philip Seymour Hoffman? Nope, just Truman, the real one. Dude, look at this. I feel like I could just actually touch it. And that's so gritty. I love that. I don't know a whole lot about Irving Penn. I've read some of his stuff, or like read up some stuff on him, but dude, his still lifes and
high contrast work. Like, dude, is this the lighthouse? Like, what is this, man? Well, you know, just a quick overview of just 7 random books. I think I spent all of like 5 minutes in the library and just picked out some random stuff, and I already feel like a better photographer. So I guess what I'm trying to say with all this is that, you know, you can just find inspiration in a lot of different places. You know, it could be the way that the wind blows, or the crunch of leaves beneath your feet or something. Or it could be love, it could be music, it could be anything, you know, just the way that your dog is sitting. But if it's not happening for you, I highly recommend checking out some stuff from your local library. Anyways, that's all I've got for y'all in this video, so I'll be on this side of the lens in the next video. So until then, see ya.